and always high frequencies, y'all. Out journeying on this beautiful Sunday, this full moon. We are in the harvest, or hunter's moon, right? It's the hunter's moon today, October the 9th of 2022. And I am headed to the store to pick up some items, some candles, some fruit, and some things that I need in order to do the work that I need to do tonight. But what I want to talk about, and the message that is being consistent in my spirit that I cannot stop sharing with you all, because someone may need to hear it on who knows which one of these videos they'll receive it on. But I continue to share about cleansing your gut, because cleansing your gut, you're going to receive more clarity for whatever reason. And I know this isn't for everybody. I only share what's given to me, to those who the message resonates with. If the message does not resonate with you, then the message is not for you. You know, you can flip the channel, whatever you need to do. Because everything isn't going to resonate with everybody. And when I give messages, it's not for everybody. I want people to understand it's not for everyone. It's just for those who know they need confirmation on what they need to do in order to move forward in the new earth, this cleaner earth, this lighter earth, our higher frequency. And so for those who are resonating thus far with what I'm talking about and how I'm speaking, the message is being for this month entirety, because I know I actually started at the end of September, but for this month moving forward, since the end of September, has been really ridding our bodies of parasites and cleansing our gut mind. And this goes into everything from smoking, putting the smoke into your lungs, whether it's cigarettes, cannabis, or black and mild. Okay, whatever the case may be, it's time for us to really, really thoroughly cleanse. Also, the foods that you intake. We don't know what people are doing behind closed doors in restaurants. If you're going to order fast foods and you don't know, you just getting it in a bag, open it up and eating it. You can inspect it, just like the lady spit in the batter at Chick-fil-A. When you get your sandwich and it looks good, it don't look like nobody wiped the floor with it, there's not hair or anything on it, you can't tell if somebody spit in the batter of that chicken before they fried it. You can't tell. You can't tell if somebody took their hands and spit in their hands and then decided to make your sandwich with it. You can't tell. You can't tell if you order a Coke or a lemonade or a soda that somebody decided to spit in it and stir it up and give it to you. You don't know. You don't know what people are doing to your food behind closed doors. You don't know, because they don't know you, and a lot of these people don't give a damn. And we're in a spiritual warfare, y'all. And the easiest front is through the foods. Whatever you digest, they can be able to get their frequency through to you through the foods and make you a living host. You're a living host, a living organism. All right? Because whatever goes on in the spiritual realm goes on in the spiritual realm. But we make things manifest through this physical form. This physical form and this outward world is a manifestation of what's going on in the spirit realm and also in our subconscious mind. We bring it into play here in this reality. Those things that we think, those things that have been sitting dormant in our mind, subconscious, we don't know, and we bring it forth into this conscious state. So don't get too wrapped up in your spiritual nature to neglect what's going on here in this physical. I don't know when the phone cut off, y'all. I just was talking and talking and talking. I think I was going into the connection of the soul and the spirit, but you can have your spirit tainted by the things that you listen to, the people that you're around, the individual or individuals you choose to have a sexual experience with, those who you kiss, put your mouth on, people that you hug. If you're not protected in ways that you know to do, that has been given to you by the ancestors, that's in your DNA, doesn't have to be anything that you've read. You will know what to do in order to protect your physical form that is actually housing in your soul essence. And so based on those things that we intake, we can start to bring the spirit in alignment with the soul essence so that we can stay on our mission. But if our physical form is tainted with parasites, then anything that people are telling you that are on a higher frequency, you're not going to resonate with. Of course not, because the parasites don't want you to. The parasites going to tell you, ain't nothing wrong with me smoking weed. Ain't nothing wrong with me eating at Wendy's. Ain't nothing wrong with me going over to, here. We do this every wind down Wednesday. We go have drinks with, woo, 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 woo. Oh yeah, my family, this is how my family, we eat like this every Sunday. We go out and do this together. This is what we do. This is our family ritual. So if you're fighting against anything that I'm saying, that's fine. This message isn't for you. And I said that when I first started, and it's okay. It ain't for you. You can continue to do that. But for those who are seeking to, move forward and be like, oh shit, how can I do this? I know I need to do this. I done heard this before. This ain't the first time I done heard this message. You're going to have to start with cleansing your gut. Don't try to go too extreme too quick. Because depending upon how much poison is in your system and how toxic you are, it can be detrimental. So you don't want to go extreme far of like totally taking everything out. You haven't ever done this before. So I tell people, start off with a cleanse. Start off with just doing fruits. All variety of fruits, doing a fruit cleanse, removing those foods. Like I said, for me, even removing the vegan foods was hard for me. Removing the vegan burgers and the cauliflower wings and the fried vegan foods was difficult. And that's how I knew that I was like, this isn't me. Like, what is this? What is causing me for this to be a stronghold and I can't release these foods and I have a craving and a taste for them? That's what was the initial first light bulb that went off in my mind, that was fighting against the parasite, fighting against these worms that have been housed in my body that's trying to take over. And yet I still had this fight of me in there like, you got to get on your shit. Quit trying to make an excuse and say that it's vegan when you know it's not right. It's unclean. And so the journey began with me just doing fruits. And I'm a part of a group. If you all want connection to this group, it's on Telegram. It's a lot of us all over the world who we are on fruit cleanses. We do fruit cleanses randomly throughout the year, and we eat raw. And we hold each other accountable. We show off our food. We keep each other motivated. So we do all of that throughout the year, show pictures. It's people all over the world, you all, who are doing this. So I wouldn't be the black fit witch with the emphasis on fit and also witch. And then, of course, black, we've already talked about what the black part mean. The wu wei, the nothingness, the originator of all things, comes from the total blackness. And then which, we are able to create from nothingness, and then we understand that from that nothingness we can manifest and create what we choose for this to be by utilizing these tools that we have on this earth plane. Mama, big mama, mammy on the plantation, How she was able to take those scraps that Master left behind. Master left all them scraps behind, but she knew how to take it and use it to survive. She was a witch. She was a witch, y'all. Don't let these people who have tried to change who we are distort your mind and your thought process on what a witch is. That green color, big nose, pimple on the side of the nose, riding on the broomstick, you know, all of that sexual stuff, riding on the broomstick and all of that, you know, that is not of our culture. That came and was birthed through something else. And so we know we have witches in Wicca. We know we have witches from the Yami, all right, from the African diaspora. We have witches who practice hoodoo. We have witches that practice voodoo. We have witches who practice earth magic. We have witches such as myself who practice health and healing and in tapping in with the physical and the spiritual and bringing those two together by utilizing these earth tools that we have and knowing that the power of manifestation lies within me. Now, anything that I choose to use outside of me is only because I want to. I don't need no crystal. If you real witches, you don't need no crystals. You don't need nothing. You are everything that you need. We can't say we are everything and then at the same time, you out here got to work a spell or a ritual and you need this, that, and the third. When you start progressing on your journey, you get to higher states of existence. You'll understand. And once you start getting rid of them worms in your body and cleansing your gut, you know, and not succumbing to the lower frequency of this realm, then you'll know that everything lies within you. And you can take your own breath. You can take your own spit. You can take everything that's within you and work a whole lot of magic, do a whole lot of cleansing, and do a whole lot of things you need to do. All right? So we got to start there, y'all. We got to start there. Cleanse the gut. Start with eating those fruits. And just start to just eat fruits all day. Flush the system. Distill water and fruits. Right? Once you get to that, get to your bitters. There's a lot of people locally here that sell bitters. There are bitters that you can purchase online or you can make your own if you know what herbs to get. All right, go into your bitters because the bitters are there because it cleanses. The bitters are almost in connection with your hydrochloric acid in your gastrointestinal system that is secreted to break down various foods. Okay, so you're going to have those bitters to help kill those toxins because guess what? Those toxins, those parasites, those worms, they feed on the sugar and the breads and the grease and all of that. They thrive on that. You feeding them that bitter, they ain't going to like that. They don't like, what the fuck? You know, they going to be ready to come out because you ain't doing what you supposed to do. You ain't no host. What kind of host going to feed me something I don't like, right? I got to think about this shit in plain layman's reality terms and what we see. Right? If you go to somebody's house and they feed you food you don't like, you ain't going to go back be like, I know I go over there. I ain't going to eat nothing when I go. I'm go, but I ain't going to eat nothing. I don't want that. Right? Same thing with these goddamn parasites and these worms. If you start feeding it bitters and you start giving it high frequency foods, sunfire foods, like the elder Aris Latham, follow him. He's a living elder. We ain't got to go to Dr. Layla Africa, who's transitioned, who is still an ancestor, and Dr. Sabi, who is still an ancestor if we want to channel them. But we have living ancestors, right? We have living, not ancestors, living elders, I'm sorry, that we can reach out to, that we can go and visit, that we can follow right now what they're doing. And then once you start to cleanse your gut, you get rid of your toxins and the toxicity, you'll be able to be more of a conduit of light. And when you're more of a conduit of light, then healing lies within you easily. And you're able to really be that healer that you need for yourself first and for your family, and then for anybody you come in contact with. Because now you are on a higher frequency. You're more of a conduit of light, and then all this information can easily flow through you. And I'm saying this because I'm going through the process once again myself, and it has come to my my knowledge right now, my mind, that this is the path moving forward. This is the path moving forward. So now that I've done the fruits, now that I've done another cleanse, I cleansed my liver, and I did my gallbladder flush and mucus flush. I did that last week. And then the last 2 days, it ended on Thursdays. Thursday, the last day, Thursday, Friday, I ate nothing but raw foods. And then I said on Friday, I was like, hey, what am I going to do that works for me and move forward? I know I'm not going to be eating at restaurants, but I would like cooked food. But that cooked food has to be from me, or my son is going to prepare it. Like, I don't want nothing from nobody I don't know. I'm not eating food from nobody that I don't know. So yesterday, my son came over and prepared a couple of meals for me. This morning, I got up and made my black lemonade water. If you all follow me on my Instagram, you saw the ingredients in the video for that. I try to make a short and put it up on here as well so you all can follow it. The activated charcoal is powerful. It has pores in it. I also teach STEM. One of the things when I teach my STEM students is that when we make a water filtration system in order to filter the water out, part of the process, besides the sand and the rocks and everything else, is we also use the charcoal. So the charcoal has these small holes in it, which you can't see with the physical eye, that pulls in. Once you pour the water in, it grabs in these toxins. It's the same thing that it does in your body. So those toxins that's in your body, the small pores that's in the activated charcoal, it pulls it, and then it evacuates, it releases it out. So you'll see that sometimes your stools may even be black. Then that's good. That means it's grabbed on to those parasites, to those toxins, and it's flushing it out and releasing it in your evacuation. So look up activated charcoal and the benefits so you can learn more about it and how it's beneficial to you and your body and your journey. Because if we're still full of these parasites, you know, how can we get through to the star system, to the higher frequencies? You know, if we're still so attached to this mundane world that we can't start going without a donut or a cookie and all the things that the people here in this plane have created to keep us bound here by this world. We have to, and I just watched this video and he said what I've been saying, what I've been trying to connect people with for years. We have to learn how to bring health and spirituality together. Health and spirituality are the fucking same. Like, we can't say that we live in spiritual and we have an unclean, just filthy ass avatar. So then I question, who are you channeling? What messages or who are you receiving information from? Then you can look at people's speech. Once you start to release the toxins and you start getting rid of these parasites in your body, just listen to people's speech and how they decide to go negative first before they go positive or on a higher frequency. You'll be like, shit, I thought you woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? But they decide to go there because they're parasitic, but yet they don't even know they're parasitic because they've been doing what they've been doing for so long that they feel like it's okay. You know, people say they vegan and vegetarian for so long and they still eat the fucked up shit. I was doing it, so I can talk about it. They still going out to him and hers restaurants, eating food from people you don't even know if they hands clean. Who cooked your food? What they look like? You don't even know. What they put in that sauce. Like how they make that sauce. You don't know. You don't know anything. So if you can't put your eyes on it, you know, we're getting to that time, y'all. We really getting to that time. And we are in a spiritual warfare. So we have to be extremely mindful of what we are putting in. What we are putting in. I'm speaking to myself, and that's why I'm going to the 2 days. And even I was thinking about having somebody prepare my raw foods, and I was like, no, I'm preparing my own. And I'm thankful my son went and bought me a food processor the other day when he was using it. I'm like, shit, now I got my food processor. I got my blender. I'm good. I can go and do whatever I need to do. If I don't want to juice and do smoothies, then I can prepare some nut meat patés and do things raw and refrigerate it and eat it like that, rather than having to go out to eat or having someone prepare my raw foods. Because people who prepare foods are witches too. It takes a lot of intuitive knowing and messages in order to prepare food and make it taste good. That's witchcraft. That's amazing witchcraft. I ain't blessed with that type of witchcraft, but I know a lot of women who are blessed with the whole craft of cooking. That is witchcraft, and it makes people feel a certain way. Grandmama was a witch. Grandmama would cook a food and make you feel so comfortable and at home and at ease. That's witchcraft, y'all. So quit thinking witchcraft is what these white people have made us to believe. Right? These people whose ancestors and had plantations, who had our ancestors. And of course, the witchcraft that we were doing was making them false ill or dead and da because they was trying to put us under their spell. So they came back and said, oh no, this is evil. Y'all can't practice this. Y'all can't do this. This is evil. You can't practice this, and then put this in our head that who we are is unworldly. But it is. It just depends on how you look at it. I ain't of this world shit. Fuck it. I am unworldly. I'm from a whole different cosmos. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, I really want you all, and if you need some more help, reach out to me. Post something at the bottom that you've been trying to do something, you need some help. If you're on Instagram, reach out to me in the DMs on Instagram. If you need motivation, if you need help, if you at the point where you've been morbidly obese all your life, or you dealing with some type of illness and disease, and you don't know, you so toxic, you don't even know where to start or how to start. Yeah. So start with the fruits. Start with the fruits. Start with the fruits. Start with the fruits. So I'm going to leave you in peace, y'all. Peace always. And our frequencies.